Hey, bitch, stop talking, motherfucker. You're in the presence of greatness. What you think of Kung Fu Panda 4, nigga?
It was alright.
It was aight. That shit was mid as fuck. It's the worst one in the franchise. Man, fuck y'all busy laughing at me. Hit the intro.
Good to see you.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Kill This. It's back again for another movie review. We're going to be reviewing Kung Fu Panda 4. Ah, yes. Kung Fu Panda 4. Now, growing up, I love the first Kung Fu Panda movie, man. Loved it. Tai Lung is my favorite villain. I could rewatch that first film so many times, and it still holds up. And it's still the best Kung Fu Panda movie. 2 was really good. I don't think that 2 is as good as the first one. I know a lot of people love 2. 2 is a great movie. 1 is a 9 out of 10. 2 is an 8 out of 10. 2 is fantastic. I don't love it as much as the first one, but I still think it's a damn good sequel. 3, I wasn't a fan of 3. A little bit too kitty, too jokey. The villain was underdeveloped. Didn't really seem too necessary, but it served a purpose and it really rounded out Poe's journey nicely. The first one is about Poe becoming the Dragon Warrior and fulfilling his destiny. The second one was Poe overcoming his trauma and bettering himself mentally for it. The third one was Poe pretty much learning Ki and truly ascending to the legend of the Dragon Warrior. So there was a good, nice story arc between the first 3 films, and I felt like the franchise was done. No need for a sequel, no need for a continuation. It's over. But you see, DreamWorks likes money. So they made Kung Fu Panda 4. Leading up to this film coming out, there's barely any promotion for it. I forgot it was coming out until last week when I saw an ad on a website I was on promoting the movie. I was like, oh shit, yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4 is coming out. So my cousin last night, it is the most unnecessary sequel since Toy Story 4. This movie is not neat. It's the worst Kung Fu Panda movie. I don't think it's terrible, but it's not good. It's middle in the road schlock. It feels like it was a direct to Netflix series or movie, and then they turned it into a full-length feature film for the theaters. Like it's mid. And it's sad because I really wanted to love this movie. The first half of the movie is okay. It's okay. It doesn't. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I appreciate Kung Fu Panda 3 a bit more now. The animation is like I feel like the first 3 movies have better animation than this. The animation really isn't spectacular. It's not gonna really blow you away. It's good, but it's not Puss in Boots: The Last Wish level of good. And the movie is nowhere near as good as that either. Puss in Boots 2 is fantastic. I recommend y'all go watch it. Jack Black as Poe is fine. Let's do with the positives first. Jack Black was great as Poe. Poe is still lovable as ever. Still a good character. Do feel like they kind of played on him being an idiot a bit too much. I do feel like he wasn't as serious as he was in the third one. He's a little bit too jokey for me here, which is fine. You know, it's a movie for kids, but he kind of gets caught lacking a bit too much. I mean, he's like the most powerful nigga in the verse, but yet he like Zen, the new character, be kind of equaling him sometimes. What the fuck is happening? Speaking of Zen, fuck it. The music is decent as well, I guess. And some of the comedy hits. Not all of it, but some of it hits. I like the little bunnies. There's like little baby bunnies that are evil, and they like go around trying to murder people. Fucking awesome. Love that part. I do think that. Yeah, that's it. All right, time for the negatives. Where the fuck is the Furious 5? Where's the Furious 5? They left out the Furious 5 in favor of Zen. Why? The explanation is the Furious 5 is off on missions doing whatever. What? So, and instead they have Poe's dads, the damn bird, and the panda father run around trying to look for Poe because they're scared for him. Their son is the Dragon Warrior, the most powerful nigga in the verse, and they're scared for him. all the threats he has dealt with in the first 3 films, but yet the bird, it's like, oh my god, my baby. He really shouldn't care. Oh, my son's the Dragon Warrior. He defeated Tai Lung, Shen, and Kai. He good. It felt forced, that little plot line. Instead of having the bird dad and the panda dad search for Po, why don't you have the Furious 5 search for him, huh? You know, there could have been an easy way to put the 5 in the film, and at the end of the movie, they all team up with Po to beat the Chameleon. That would have been a perfect way to do it. But no, they left out the Furious 5 until the ending where they pop up out of nowhere and they don't even say anything. Trash. Garbage. 2, the villains. Tai Lung is the only one that even said anything. Shen and Kai are in the film, but they don't do shit. They get hoed. Tai Lung, they brought my favorite villain back, my nigga. Tai Lung. They brought him back to job to the Chameleon. Why would you do that? Y'all hyped up this film saying all the villains are going to come back with the Chameleon and they're going to team up on Po. I was ready for it. For Po to run the gauntlet one last time. 4th movie. Let's go. Face all his villains to show how experienced he is now. That would have been awesome. But no. The Chameleon, the main villain who sucks, she's the worst Kung Fu Panda villain, brings them all back from the spirit realm just to take their powers. Because you listen to the motivation of this fucking villain. You know how every villain in Kung Fu Panda has decent, good motivation? Even Kai, you understood where Kai was coming from. His motivations wasn't as good as Shen or Tai Lung, but at least you got it. The Chameleon is a character she's a little lizard, and she wanted to be trained by the Kung Fu masters of the world to learn martial arts. They said no because she's too tiny and too small. Bullshit, nigga. Then how the fuck did Mantis get trained? That's bullshit. Mantis is smaller than the Chameleon, and yet he was trained. Makes no fucking sense, but whatever. So she learned sorcery to be able to turn into other people, but she doesn't get their power or their, the martial arts. So she sends Zen, aka Aquafina, I'm calling her Aquafina, to bring Po to her so that she can steal Po's staff, open up a portal to the spirit realm, and bring back all the villains and then take their powers. And then she locks them in a cage. And they don't do shit for they don't do anything. Tai Lung gets a few lines here and there, and I love my nigga Tai Lung, but he's just there. He even seems a little out of character. Tai Lung does nothing. He has like a few second fight scene, and then he gets They disrespected the villains for this new shitty villain, the Chameleon. I know you're wondering, why is she trying to steal everybody's fucking abilities? It's funny how Kai was able to steal the chi of people and incorporate it into his own power. It's like they just copied Kai's abilities a bit, but changed it up for the Chameleon, because she could change into like other people and use their abilities as well. She's doing all of this to, you guessed it, take over the world.
Of course.
Really? That's her motivation? Worst Kung Fu Panda villain ever. Period. No debate. Zen sucks. It is so fucking obvious she was going to be the Dragon Warrior. The whole plot of the film is Shifu wants Po to find this next successor to the Dragon Warrior mantle so Po can ascend into, what does he call it? Spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace. Po doesn't want to do that because he wants to stay Dragon Warrior. He doesn't want to assume that responsibility. And so he hears that the Chameleon is around, masquerading as Tai Lung fucking shit up. So he teams up with a character called Zen / Aquafina, and they're the duo for most of the movie. Instead of having him team up with the Furious 5 on another great, awesome adventure, we get Aquafina's ear-gratingly annoying fucking voice and a tiny Finnegan Fox creature with them running around trying to stop the Chameleon. It's so obvious Zen was going to be the next Dragon Warrior. It's so fucking obvious. And they try to do a plot twist near the end where Zen is revealed to be the Chameleon's apprentice because the Chameleon took her in when she was young, and then she betrays Po. But then she feels bad because Po's a good person, even though she literally betrayed Po and almost got him killed. And for some reason, Po forgives her. And then they team up to stop the chameleon. And that action scene was ass. Like, the chameleon turns into a giant monster. They fight for a bit. Then she changes into the other villains and stuff like that. And it fights Po. And it's ass. And then at the end, Zen takes the staff that Oogway gave Po at the end of Kung Fu Panda 3. And she is somehow able to use the staff, the abilities of the staff to beat the chameleon. The chameleon goes out in such a bitch-made ass way. Zen beats the chameleon, kinda. Even though it's eventually revealed that Po could have beaten the chameleon. Like, Po easily beats the chameleon near the end. Like, easily. Like, what the fuck? Why didn't you just easily beat the chameleon before? Like he gets trapped, right? And then Zung gets the staff, does some bullshit, skaboosh, or whatever she said, and she takes out the chameleon. I mean, what the fuck am I watching? I thought only the Dragon Warrior can use that staff. What the fuck is we doing? The ending, everything falls off a cliff. I do like the part where all the villains and Kung Fu masters bow to Po. I do like that. That part was cool, but I think that this is unnecessary. Kung Fu Panda 4 didn't need to exist. The best part of the movie is at the end where the Hit Me Baby One More Time remix sung by Jack Black came on. Me and someone next to me was jamming to it and singing. That's the best part of the movie for me. As a lifelong Kung Fu Panda fan, I do feel like this is mid. Like, the animation is subpar to me. The story is not good. The new character Zen sucks. The fact that they sidelined the Furious Five for a stupid plot line of Po's dads trying to, go and save their baby boy, which is stupid. Why was it the Furious Five in the movie? Why? Why would you leave them out? What, did you not want to pay Angelina Jolie any more money? Was she going to blow the budget up or something? This is unnecessary. This is the worst Kung Fu Panda movie. Now I'm hearing they're going to do 5 and 6. This movie ends in a way where it opens up for more sequels. Now, it doesn't seem like Zen's going to replace Po, but it seems like she's going to be a main character going forward. No. She doesn't need to be Dragon Warrior. I thought what they were going to do, this would have been great, with Tai Lung coming back. I thought Tai Lung could have lost to the chameleon. That's fine. He seeks out Po. And Po and Tai Lung, you can put Zen with them, since Zen knows how to navigate the city. Since early in the movie, Po recruits Zen to come with him because she tried to steal some artifacts. And then he locks her up but says, hey, I know how to find the chameleon. And Po and Zen go on this journey. You could have included Tai Lung. Could have Po, Tai Lung, and Zen. At the end of the movie, Tai Lung redeems himself, helps Po defeat fucking the chameleon. And at the end, Po chooses Tai Lung to be the Dragon Warrior, since Tai Lung finally redeemed himself. And Tai Lung assumes that role, his destiny that was denied, like he was denied of his destiny. And now he has a second shot, a second chance of redemption. Boom, he becomes Dragon Warrior. And then Zen could just be a nice little companion for Po. Maybe Zen can live with Po in the Jade Palace or something. Just to, give her something. Like, hey, you helped me out, so here, I'm going to give you a good life. And Tai Lung becomes Dragon Warrior going forward, and Po can become the spiritual Valley of Peace protector or whatever, thereby concluding the franchise on a high note. That would have been the perfect way to do this movie. Yet instead, you bring back Tai Lung, and you fucking hoe him. You hoe the other villains. You hold the other Kung Fu Panda masters. You hold the Furious Five. And again, there's times in this movie where Zen is keeping up with Po. Po, to me, is too much of an idiot in this movie. Like, he's too much of a klutz, in my personal opinion. Like, he wasn't this stupid in any of the Kung Fu Panda. To me, I love Po. I don't really mind it too much. It's just more of a nitpick. It's not really a criticism. Zen sucks. The story kind of sucks. The animation is eh. Some of the action scenes is cool, but overall, a very unnecessary fucking entry to the franchise. What a waste of time. What a waste of everybody's time. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. It's not egregiously bad. It's not the Marvels level bad. It's not. It's not. But what's the point? We didn't need a 4th film. Same thing with Kung Fu Panda. Toy Story 4. I still haven't watched Toy Story 4 because the 3rd one to me is the true ending to the franchise. And if anything, I wouldn't have watched this if I knew it was going to be this mid. And now we're going to get a 5th and a 6th film. Oh, great. Oh, yeah, Awkwafina. She always getting work. I'll give her that. Awkwafina stayed getting work. Can't stand her voice, but hey, girl getting work, do your thing, sis. 4 out of 10. I'm disappointed in this film. This shit kind of disappointed me. Like the first half of the movie, I was kind of vibing with it a little bit. But the second half, I was like this. I was like, I don't know about this. Oh, no. They're pulling a Mortal Kombat 1 where the second half of the story runs off a fucking cliff. That action scene was a joke. The minute Zen used the damn Oogway staff to beat the chameleon with it, I was done. I was like, this is trash. Fuck this shit. 4 out of 10. That's all I wanted to say. Hopefully Godzilla and Kong can pick up the pace, okay? And I will be reviewing every MonsterVerse film leading up to Godzilla vs. Kong 2. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. That's all I wanted to say. Section link in the description on my Twitch. Like, subscribe, favorite. Road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get there while my beanie is freaking out thanks to my green screen. I'm out. Do better, DreamWorks. Do better. No more sequels for Kung Fu Panda. This is it. No more after this. You low-key fucked the franchise up. I've been hearing a Shrek 5 or a Shrek reboot. No. If you're not going to maintain the quality that you gave Puss in Boots in The Last Wish, either a new IP that's pretty damn good, or next time you make a Kung Fu Panda movie, it better be at least halfway decent. Because holy shit, I can't believe Kung Fu Panda 3 is now not the worst one anymore. I can't believe that they did it. Kung Fu Panda 3 is no longer the worst film in the franchise. Good job, DreamWorks. Hit the outro.